Hi, my name's Dave Hancock. I've got a 71 HQ Kingswood, blowing big block. It's been in the family since brand new, and I've had ownership of it for probably the last 10 years. You know, my mother-in-law bought the car. She drove around with all the kids. It was our wedding car. My kids have all ridden in the back, so yeah, it's been around. It hasn't always been like this, but it's a good car. It was just a run-of-the-mill Kingswood, 186, 3-speed manual. Just your average everyday grocery car. When I was young, my first car was a HQ. I had a HQ with a big block in it, and I wanted something like that again. And when she said she'd finished with the car, I thought, okay, I'll have it. Nobody else wanted it, so she asked me if she should sell it one day, and I told her definitely not, I'll have it. So I took it home, put a 496 with a tunnel ram, NA motor, which was good, was real good fun. I really like NA motors, but suffered a bit of a tragedy at Power Cruise, left the rods on the main stroke. This one's it's a Merlin block 560. It's got pretty much everything you'd want in there. It's got all the good gear and 1471. 2 Pro Systems Dominators, makes some pretty good power, keeps me happy. You know, because it's not an injected car, it's got the carburetors, it makes it a lot easier to drive on the street. Carburetors they're the thing for street driving, if you ask me. Methanol, it likes to use it pretty well. I get a litre a K, as long as I take it easy. Had to put a 100 litre fuel tank in it so I can actually drive around a bit. 2 57 litre cells, 2 ProStar 500 pumps, 2 -10 lines to the front. I'm always one for a bargain, and I really wanted to make somewhere around 1,000 horsepower NA, because that to me that's something special. And blown motors make power easy, but I just didn't realise how easy. I've had the interior trimmed. I got some bucket seats out of a HX, I think, HJ. It's got a Pro Bandit 2-speed shifter. I've got a customised dash with all autometer gauges. I think the favourite thing is when you roll on the throttle, it's just up to you to stop, because it's got no intention of stopping ever. Yeah, it makes me smile. I love it. Yeah, I think it's the feeling. Yeah, it's the feeling of everything shaking and stuff going a little bit blurry, and you got to hang on. Yeah, a little bit of fear involved too. I've only got it on half throttle, just driving on the primaries, because it makes almost 1,000, and it's just feels right for the car. I only had it on full throttle once, and it made the car feel terrible. It felt like it was going to do it some serious damage. Everybody in the car, when I stood on it, just looked at me and said, "Don't do that again." I'm pretty sure most of it's not going to break as long as I keep driving it the way I do. Got plans for a new rear end and a new diff. It's a modular diff, once again, much more than the car needs, but it was there and I like the look of it, so I thought might have that and give it a try. I don't really get a lot of traction at the moment, so until I get a decent rear end and some good tyres, it's probably a waste of time. The only thing I will be sad about putting that in is I probably won't have a back seat, and there'll be no place for people to ride, because I really enjoy taking people for a ride. It's pretty cool. There's a lot more lovers than haters, which is really surprising, because you see all this stuff, people don't like modified cars, but so many people are smiling and waving. Yeah, people seem to appreciate it. My boys have given me a heck of a lot of help with it. My eldest son has put a lot of money into the car too. It's probably as much his as it is mine. His name's Calvin. Unfortunately, he's living in the eastern states now, so he doesn't get to drive it. He comes back every Power Cruise and he takes over and enjoys himself for 3 days, but I think I've got the best end of the deal. He gets 3 days out of 12 months and I get the rest. And my youngest son Steve is a sheet metal worker, so any sort of fabricating and stuff, I just ask him and he knocks it up for me. So between the three of us, we've pretty much done everything on the car, apart from the paint, because none of us are painters, unfortunately, but there's pretty much all the mechanical and everything else is all down to us. I try and drive it every weekend. Only in summer I don't bother to take it out in winter. It's just, I don't want to get it wet, but it's no fun either, you know. So as long as it's dry and I've got fuel, I'll take it for a drive. I have been spoken to a couple of times by the cops, but they've always been really good. Just more interested than anything else. I made the mistake of driving through a booze bus one night and that didn't turn out too good. I ended up with a yellow sticker and 15 minutes to get the car off the road. But I mean, if there's 20 cops in one spot, as only to be expected, you're not going to get away. Heaps of tyres. Yeah. You know, they don't make tyres like they used to. They wear out pretty quick these days. Maybe 2 tanks of fuel and 1 set of tyres. I think driving is, it's what it's all about. That's where you have the fun. Get as many people in the car as you can and scare them a little bit. And yeah, everybody smiles at the end. It's all good fun.